Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome to this learning video. My name is Fadi Rahma. I'm a student of Technocrat University and my major is management. I hope you are all good well. In this session, we are going to explore a very important topic in the field of leadership and organization behavior, which is ethical leadership. This concept played a critical role in building through promoting in a positive work culture and achieving sustainability success. We will divide the session into 5 major parts. First, the concept of ethical leadership. The second is the key element that shape it. The third, the consequence of ethical or unethical leadership. For the 5, value-based leadership theory. And the last, real-world explains and case studies. Let's begin our decision. What is ethical leadership? Ethical leadership is defined as the practice of leading people by demonstrating appropriate conduct to personal action, value, and interpersonal relationship, and promoting the same behavior in others. In a simple word, it is about being a leader who is honest and responsible, fair and transparent, and who hold themselves and others to strong moral and ethical standards. Let's take an example. Imagine a manager who never lie, who listens to employee complaints and makes decisions not just for profit but for the great good of them. And makes decisions not just for profit but for the greater good of the team. That is an ethical leader. Ethical leadership is not only about avoiding corruption or cheating. It is about proactively setting an example, so fostering an ethical climate and being consistent in value. The 3 core principles are: the first, doing what is right; the second, doing it for the right reason; the last, doing it in the right way. An ethical leader is value-driven, people-focused, and purpose-led. Next, the builder of key component of the ethical leadership. To become an ethical leader, certain components must be developed. These are like the foundation of the strong ethical character. The first, moral character. This refers to the internal compass of a leader. It includes honesty, humanity, empathy, and core to do what right even when it's unpopular. The second, role modeling. Leaders influence others not just by what they say, but by what they do. If a leader arrives on time, treats people fairly, and admits mistakes, followers are likely to do the same. The third, ethical awareness. This is the ability to recognize ethical dilemmas and think critically. A leader must be sensitive to what is right and wrong in different conclusions. A leader must be sensitive to what is right and wrong in different situations. The fourth, accountability. Ethical leaders take full responsibility for their action and decision. They don't blame others when things go wrong. 5. Value-based decision making. They make decisions based on core values like justice, respect, integrity, and fairness, not on fair or selfish gain. And the last, communication. Open, honest, and transparent communication is the key. Ethical leaders are clear about epic ethical leaders are ethical leaders are clear about expectation and open to feedback. These builders when practiced consistently, create a leader who is respect, trust, and follow science. The next is consequence of ethical views and ethical leadership. Look at the consequence, both good and bad, of leader behavior. Positive consequence of ethical leadership. First, employee trust and loyalty. When employees see leaders acting fairly, they are more likely to stay commitment to and loyal. Second, high morale and job. Second, high morale and job certification. An ethical workplace make people feel safe and valued, increase overall happiness and motivation. The third, positive reputation. Ethical leadership changes the public image and brand reputation of the organization. The fourth, increased performance. Employees become more productive when they work in an environment of truth and fairness. And the last, low, lower is lower is and the last lower is of legal problem. Ethical conduct prevent legal issue, corruption, and scandals. Next is negative consequence of an ethical leadership. The first, low trust and chemistry. When leaders lie or create, employees stop believing in them. The second, high turnover. People often quit an ethical workplace, in, leading to instability and extra costs. The third, legalism. Unethical practice can lead to lawsuits, penalty, or even criminal charges. Fourth, reputation damage. Once trust is broken, it is very hard to rebuild. Once, once for reputation damage. Once trust is broken, it is very hard to rebuild, especially in the age of social media. In short, ethical leadership is just in short, ethical leadership is not just good. It is essential for the survival and growth of my in short, ethical leadership is not just good. It is essential for the survival and growth of any organization. The next value-based leadership theories. There are several leadership theories that explain how ethical and value guide good leadership. Let's explore three main elements. The first, transformational leadership theory. This theory suggests that great leaders inspire their followers by applying to higher moral value and vision. They transform the team by encouraging personal development, so inspiring passion and commitment, thus acting essentially and leading with integrity. Example include Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King Jr. This is leader who changed the world by inspiring ethical behavior. The second, servant leadership theory. Here, leadership's main role in the self. Here, the leader's main role in to serve others first. The focus in on first listening, second empathy, third stewardship, and last building community. A servant leader puts a team need above their own. This model is ideal in the non-profit and education sector. Third, authentic leadership theory. Authentic leaders are guided, self-aware, and act in line with their true value. They'll build trust by being transparent, showing consistently between word and action, and accepting feedback. Each of these theories shows that ethics are not optional; they are fundamental of effective leadership. Okay, we will explore. Now we will explore the real-world case. Let's see how all these concepts apply in real life to actual case studies. For case, ethical leadership, Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. When Nadella became CEO, he transformed Microsoft's culture into one of empathy, diversity, and innovation. He promoted the first open communication, second, inclusive leadership, and last, accountability and kindness. As a result, Microsoft grew rapidly both financially and culturally. It is now one of the most respected companies globally. Guess 2. Unethical Leadership by Volkswagen. Emission Scandal 2015. Volkswagen installed creating software in this car to pass emission tests. This, this, this deception was known by top level executive. Consequent, the first billion in fines. Second, the reputation. The third is public trust loss. This case show how unethical decision from leadership can lead to long-term disaster. Third, ethical turnaround. Starbucks Howard Scozel. After retiring as CEO, School focused on social responsibility, employee healthcare, so racial sensitive training and ethical sourcing. And the result, brand loyalty increased and Starbucks remained a global game. This example proves how leadership and ethical are deeply likely. And a single choice by a leader can build or destroy an entire company. Okay, guys, let's summarize everything we have learned. Ethical leadership is about leading with value. This value, like honesty, fairness, integrity, and respect. It is not always easy, but it is always necessary. Great leaders don't just lead with their hands, but also with their hearts. They serve others, act with courage, and set the tone for an ethical culture. In a world full of the uncertainty and the complexity, ethical leadership is our compass. That's all about the material. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it has given you a clear understanding of what is meant to be an ethical leader and how it impacts the world around us. Thank you, maybe not for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.